He has a tireless tracker. Well, there. Our tracker should be better because we probably have more lands in our deck, but you never know. You never know. Let's see. Gisela. Ooh, shiny. We'll get out our tracker. We want to stay mana efficient as much as possible in a matchup like this, because who gets to cast the most stuff, you know, will go a long way in deciding this one. So let's see if he's found an Anthem effect. If he's got maybe that new rare, that would be a real nasty one. Nope, Duskwatch. Okay. And Captain. Yeah, that's a saucy thing. That's not good. So he's curving out, we're not curving. That's bad. Basically means we probably lose, because it's important to be on curve. Now if he flips his guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean he can send that guy. I think what we want to do is build our board. We can let him have the 1/1 token. He'll probably put more shit on the board. We want to be able to untap, flip our werewolves, and cast Gisela, so I'm going to need the Duskwatch out here. And hope for best, accept the worst. Sort of get Twitch to... I don't even know if Twitch is working now. I don't know why I'm even saying things. Would be nice to have Reflector Mages, Bounding Crassi, some of our creatures that interact with other creatures. But it's not looking like they're going to show up. Our opponent, on the other hand, has the ideal draw, like exactly what you want. So he's going to send that. No, I'll take it. I'll try to set up an unsubstantiate for it this turn and at least set it back a minute. Okay. A little late. Oh well. Hopefully Gisela can come down and make a game of this, but I think we're just dead as dead. Is Duels at the point where Rarely Limit does nothing? Absolutely not. It's still very much you have to draw the good rares. The better a rare is, the more lucky you have to get to draw it. Rarity restrictions, in my opinion, are still bad for the game. Don't know what your opinion is, but that's mine. Look at him go, look at him go. Alright, I'm going to try to draw a trick out of him. Okay, do I care now? I can bounce it now, but it'll just come back. But then I have the blade. But then he attacks, and what happens then? I mean, I do want to cast this turn, right? The only other option is to crack a clue. Yeah. Set it back. I don't think it's actually good, but whatever. Oh, look, he's got Gisela. He's just got me at every turn in this game. Nothing I can do. Let me see here. Oh, was there something better I could have done with all the things I did? Hard to say. I mean, he's got captain. It was really about a land drop or two. And my land's entered untapped, so I can't complain about that. Let's see, what else kind of set him apart? He goes Consul's Lieutenant, which I brickwalled. Tracker, which I couldn't answer. Not answering tracker is really bad. Really, really bad. Tap, tap. Does he attack in? Yeah. So I think I just play my own Gisela. I can accept his hit, but I kind of shut down many of his other attackers. I chump probably with Duskwatch Recruiter on the big monster. Then I can Tameo his Gisela and the big monster. Attack with my own. Try to get out of this. It's really horrible, considering he only has like 50 clues to crack, and his trackers will become monstrous. But, missing lands, man. All you have to do is miss a land drop, and you lose the game. It's kind of how it works. Reflector Mage would be really nice. Bounding Craci would be really nice, but not in the cards. Yep, here come those guys. That's smart. Uh-huh. Yep. I need to somehow get rid of his Gisela and keep my own. I don't know if that's even feasible. One, two, three. So 1, 2. And I'm dead, right? Dead, because I forgot to block. Nope, I gain life. 19, 8, 8, 16. Not quite dead, but not exactly drawing a planar outburst, am I? This game is a really good, it kind of shows just how bad missing a land drop is. You just can't do it. Like, I can keep a 3-land hand, but if I miss number 4, I just fall so far behind. Well, that, and it would have really helped to have anything that worked like removal. I didn't really have anything that worked like removal in this one. And yeah. And you just wanna, I would love to be my opponent and have a pair of tireless trackers. That would be cool too. Alright, flips. Land. Very late to this party. Tap, tap, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, dead as a doornail. Declaration in Stone. Gets rid of a track. Nope. Nope, that's it. They got it. Don't miss land drops, guys. Don't miss land drops. And it also makes a big case for having sweepers. You want, like, that's, if there's a good reason to have a ton of sweepers in a deck, it's exactly what that deck just did to me. Maybe I should, what do you guys think? Play Bant with all the creatures, like I'm playing like a 25 creature deck, and I just throw in Planar Outburst. What else are you gonna do? Some games you just lose. Oh, we got another game right in there. That's cool. Bring it on. Fat says you might as well throw in those planar outbursts without a sideboard, and you're but then then it's like now I'm like have to debate whether or not I'm doing right by my deck construction, you know. Well, we are definitely getting screwed tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. But hey, we went to 6 and got our colors. Let's make it work. If this video goes through, I'll probably post it even if I get rolled in all 3 games, because I've had such a hard time making videos. I've won a lot of games with this deck. It's not a home run. I'm not saying it's the best deck. It's all right. It's a fine deck. But I've had some very good games with it. They just all get lost by Twitch. And so I haven't had anything to send over to YouTube. I haven't had anything to link to from my blog where I write about this stuff. And I'm just trying to get a video like that made. And now it seems like the deck's going to give me a hard time. But let's make the best of it. Let's see what we can do. Next turn we might have Tracker. If we draw land, we have a clue. If not, we're in the same exact situation as last game, where we didn't draw enough lands to curve out. And our opponent's going tutelage. Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens. I'd love to punish him for, like, taking turn 3 that way, but now we don't have double white, so we are suffering a bit. The mana base is coming back to haunt us. Now, that's definitely going to happen in some games. Like, I think I have 3 double white spells. Or no, there's also Collective Defiance. I have 5 double white spells. That may be greedy. It hasn't been an issue before, though. And usually my Evolving Wilds, of which I run all 4. Hey, there you are. 2 white sources. Boom. Nice. But yeah, they usually get white. I prioritize white. It's just not to be today, man. Not to be today. Let's see what our opponent can do. They've got tutelage. They're going Reckless Scholar. That's one you don't see every day. I wonder if I have to deck and stone that. Probably not. Maybe I do. I don't know. It does make tutelage go faster, but I'm not really trying to race the tutelage. I'm just trying to race him down. He's playing blue and green. That doesn't, to me, seem like he'll have sweepers. So if he doesn't have sweepers, I mean, like, he might have Displacement Wave. But is there going to be something else I need to deck in stone? You know, that's a good question. And this is also a Madness outlet. Is he running a Madness deck? I mean, do you put Reckless Scholar... When you put Reckless Scholar in your deck, how built around it is it? But if I deck and stone him, he just gets to sack a clue and draw a card. Straight up draw a card instead of draw a discard. So I think I'm just going to try to ignore it for now. And here comes the mill. You can also have Crush of Tentacles. Yeah, he very likely does have Crush of Tentacles, which is it's a good reason to have a Declaration and Stone around, but we should have plenty of interaction. I just, you know, Unsubstantiate takes care of the 8/8, so does Reflector Mage, but I just, you know, gotta draw him. Gotta work out my draw. Let's see if he runs Just the Wind right here. Just the Wind? You wanna discard your Just the Wind? He's thinking really hard. Okay, that's not Just the Wind. Alright. Land. What else you got, dude? Take inventory, perhaps? Like Turbo Fog Mill here. Would be nice to draw an Unsubstantiate. Draw it! Nope. Okay, so clue. I could sack this and try to draw into Unsubstantiate. Let's go get another white source for good frickin' measure. Down to 1 planes left in the deck, just like that. Alright. Send in the clowns. If he wants to trade with my Duskwatch, I guess that's fine. I mean, if I don't really want to Avacyn here. What I want to do is Avacyn after some kind of a sweeper board wipe, bounce thingy, something like that. That's what I want to do. So if he wants to trade here, I'm fine with it. See, I want to get him to a low life total. I want him to tap and to set up like a displacement wave or a crush of tentacles. And then on his end step, I'll Archangel Avacyn. I'll untap. I'll fire up Lumbering Falls, and I'll smash his face. If that doesn't work, I'll just clue up. All right, go. He's at 6. So you gotta take action. I'm sure he's a fog deck. I'm sure. Wow, I just got nailed. I think that just went for like 6. Oh, he's tapping out for that card. I hope he's got fog. If not, he's just dead. Pause, please. Thank you. Yeah, he's just dead. Avacyn, rock you. Yep. So that was a bit of a steamroll. A free roll steamroll. Avacyn crushes again. Alright, let's see if we can get a third game for the video. Would be nice. About 10 p.m. East Coast time, Saturday night. Just a little bit of Magic. Hopefully one more game and without it freezing. That's all I'm asking. Yes! Game 3. It's on. And then I'll have something to upload to go with this Bant deck I've been working on. Even if it is, you know, I wouldn't say it's been even close to kind of the best best display of what it does so far. It certainly has showcased the perils of 3-color mana bases. I will say that, and that is not to be taken lightly. It's not to be downplayed. If you're going to play a 3-color deck, you're going to lose. Sometimes your mana ain't going to go right. This is one of those hands I'm really tempted to keep. I don't usually keep hands without all 3 colors, but blue is the splash color. If this were a 6-card hand, I'd definitely keep it. All I have to do is draw a land, and everything's good. Yeah, we'll try it. But this one's, I don't know. I'd love to say it should be an objective decision. It's probably based on the mulligans from last game going so poorly that I kept this, and I may suffer. Let's put it to the test, though. Is our opponent playing humans? As everybody seems to. And, you know, I think we beat everything but humans, as we've been playing the new format, Eldritch Moon. It seems like Eldritch Moon came out, and all that everybody did was play more humans. But let's see if we can get them this time. We're on the draw. That's not good. We have Reflector Mage. That is good. We only have one more land in our hand. That's bad, so we'll need to draw some lands. If we draw lands, I think we'll be fine. But we got to keep up. We got to keep up. So our opponents go in Lieutenant Lieutenant. That is scary if they get an Always Watching and they missed a land drop. So let's see if we can put the theory to the test and see if the most land drops wins. I'm kind of walking into Deck and Stone now. I wish I'd played the Duskwatch, but we'll see. He walked into Deck and Stone first. I'd like to draw mine, please. Oh, he runs red. Well, there's a fresh color. Green, white, and green, red. That's what I... if there's splashing, that's usually what's going on. Most of what I've seen is mono white. So much mono white. So, dude, what are you gonna do? If he attacks with both, am I going to... What am I going to do? Oh, he's going to Bloodlust. That's fine. The plan is to take that hit and mage. Could have killed it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I like the mage better because it shuts off the Bloodlust train. And then we get ahead 3 creatures to 1 on the battlefield. The double block would have taken it down, even with the first strike. Oh my, that's not really what we want to see, but it'll do. We'll get that out next turn. Probably gonna go, well, it's Thalia or it's Bishop, right? And if we're not on the aggressive, which we are certainly not, I mean, Thalia is only as good as the creatures it can block, so it depends what he plays. If you are on the aggressive, you want Thalia down early. If you're not, it depends. And obviously we are a 3-drop centered deck. We got a lot of 3-drop options. You're seeing why Lambhold Pacifist makes the cut. It just tries to brick wall these humans. Unfortunately with auras and always watching, that doesn't always work, but it can be, if things don't go perfectly for the humans, Pacifist can be a good wall. It held off Consul's Lieutenant all the way in the first game, too. We just, it wasn't Consul's Lieutenant that beat us, it was Tireless Trackers and a Militia Captain. And Militia Captain's a big deal in these creature go-wide matchups. So let's see, we can Tireless Tracker, we can make a clue. We can Bygone Bishop and land. We can Thalia. Again, we're still not aggressive. And if we draw land off the top, the next turn we can Bishop and Recruit. And Thalia is probably not a big deal yet, but maybe. Let me see. If he has a way to pump one of those creatures, Aura or whatever, Thalia can still block them. It's actually pretty tough. It's really close. Yeah, I think right now I have to go on stats, not value. I have enough cards in my hand that value can come later. So I'm going to go with Thalia now. And if one of his first strike creatures gets buffed, she can trade straight up with it, most likely. Unless they have a toughness buff, too. Gave thought to holding the land for Tracker, but you don't want to do that. You want to get your lands on the battlefield. If I draw a land off the top, I want to be able to double spell next turn with Bishop and Duskwatch Recruiter. Casting 2 spells in a turn, pretty awesome. I recommend it. You want to do it a lot, especially when you're in like a battlefield tempo race with an opponent. Our opponent missed their second land drop, but now they're up to 4 lands. They played a Knight for no value as their play last turn. Let's see, he's got another Knight. Again, he doesn't get the land. Comes in tapped because of Thalia. I guess that does shut down Infectious Bloodlust shenanigans that give haste, and any other hasty creatures. And that land comes in tapped because of Thalia. If I could see his hand, I'd know whether or not that mattered, and that comes in tapped because of Thalia. So all 3 Consul's Lieutenants, and both Knight of the White Orchids. Our opponent is playing with a full house. I believe he has both Clifftop retreats too, but I am wondering if he did the thing that you can do on iOS and unlock the rarity restrictions. Alright, so Unsubstantiate is a good save if things go awry. So I will resolve this Duskwatch Recruiter and hold that up. Because I'm sure that combat has to be coming. That or he's going to run out of stuff to do. Me, I think I am best if the game gets long. The longer the game gets, the more I think I'm favored in this this pairing. He's got that. What's he gonna target? There's something you don't see every day, right? What's he gonna target? Duskwatch or Reflector Mage? Duskwatch. I could unsubstantiate my Duskwatch, but I could also do that in combat. I don't think he has anything to sacrifice it. I can't think of anything for 1 red that says, like, sacrifice a creature some effect. And I'm pretty sure there isn't one. So we'll let him have that. If all he's going to do is attack me with it, I'll just take the 2 damage. So that's part of his red-white human strategy, is this guy. Can't say I'm thrilled with that. Yep, here it comes. All he's going to do is 2 damage to me. That's just fine. Okay. So he probably has a Titan strength. So if he's representing Titan strength or Enshrouding Mist, and normally I just trade my Thalia with his since I have another one, but I'm thinking in this case I'm going to put like the Pacifist in front of it because I want him to use the Titan strength so Unsubstantiate can blow it up. If I don't, my 2 mana is just wasted this turn. Okay. Well, first strike damage already happened, dude. What'd you do? You missed something? That's late. That's late. You hit it that late. Oh, caught him napping. Caught him napping. So he's going to pump that. It's going to go to 2. He's going to scry, and then his guy's going to die. So that's fine. And he's going to wonder where it all went wrong. But he did this after first strike damage hit the stack, unfortunately for him. Alright, I'm going to unsubstantiate that. I really want to use my mana. I don't want to sit back. So anything I can do to like reduce his board, increase mine, it's great. Alright. Can I attack? If I attack with Thalia, and he trades, I can play my other Thalia. That might be one of the better plays this turn, or I can just cast my Bishop and pass. So do I want to trade Thalia for a Knight? That's not great. That's a 3-drop for a 2-drop. But I have 4 cards. He has 2. So does that make it good? No. I mean, if we're playing the card game, I can just wait. I can keep taking my time. And if we have the opportunity to make that play next turn, we can get a clue off of casting our Thalia. He's got Abbot. There's a card that got better with the bug fix, eh? Oh, look what he hit. That's a good one. Nice hit. Comes in tap, though. So I'll definitely want a first striker to trade with the double strike. There's a land. Bit overdue. So I think this turn is going to be Tracker, Island, Sylvan Advocate, so we don't want to trade our Thalia this turn. So we can get in there with the Bishop, though. I don't think I have to keep it back at this point. I think we're okay. Maybe Flip Your Wolves is a good idea. I would if I had anything with Flash, or if I was like really far ahead, but I think I don't just think, I know that right now keeping up on the board is more important than an extra power and toughness on the Wolves. That will come up. It will come in time. Right now, I want as much power and toughness on the board as possible. Doing nothing adds 1 point of power and toughness each, so 3 power and toughness total. Casting Sylvan Advocate and Tireless Tracker adds 5 power and 5 toughness to the board. So that's the better line. Like, when you're in these creature standoffs, you have to mostly worry about putting more power and toughness down if you're confident there will be no sweepers involved. You just want to get You just want it out there. You just want to throw it all on the table. The time will come for flipping werewolves, though. I'm confident. It'll come when, you know, flipping the werewolves is worth more power and toughness and action than something else. Alright, that's a good card for him. Let's see, we know one of his cards is Consul's Lieutenant, but now every land off the top is a shock. But that might keep him from using his Foundry of the Consuls, since he needs to play one more land to do that. Alright. The real question is, does he have another mountain, another land in his hand right now? I don't think he does. I think he would have played it. I think it's more likely another pump spell, so let's think. Thalia's going to take on the Double Striker. We can put a Reflector Mage in front of a Knight. We can put a Sylvan Advocate in front of a Knight. And we can offer to trade Pacifists. Okay. And then if he has a Titan Strength, we'll see what he wants to save. He'll have, you know, he'll get his pick of one, but I think he'll lose 2 or 3 in the process. And I'm happy to trade resources. I really am. So, is there something I'm not thinking of? Something that pumps all his guys for 2 mana? I don't think so. Something that pumps all of his guys for 2 mana. No, I would know what that was. I'd play that in my tokens deck. I'm sure I'd be aware of that card. It's going to be a one-off trick like a Titan Strength, and he'll have to choose. And then he'll have 2 creatures, we'll have at least 3, probably 4. So yeah, premature attack by the opponent. They probably should have sat back on their Vortex, but I guess in theory it's not getting better for him because I have clues, so can't get too mad at him. He's going to take out the Reflector Mage. I don't like that. I'd kill the Advocate for sure. 1 more land and that becomes a 4/5. And that's just going to be a house. Alright, yeah. So we can go creature, creature, or we can crack clues and try to draw that land and go 4/5. I think creature, creature is better. Then Thalia blocks a Lieutenant. Advocate can block a Knight. And the army of clues gets bigger. The only real punishment is a tragic arrogance, which at this point, you know, it's duels, anything can happen. People make really crazy deck building decisions in duels. Anything can happen, but you can't play around anything. You gotta pick what to play around, and I'm not gonna play around a sweeper against another deck that's very hell-bent on going wide. Wide and tall. I guess just tall. Not necessarily wide, but he played like he's going wide. Avocado, I think you're right. I think it's downhill for our opponent, unless they've got that, you know, that one of tragic arrogance that they wanted to throw into their deck. Right here. If they've got that, it's a ball game. Fiery Impulse. Probably Thalia. Yep. Pair of first strikers. Now one of them can hit me if he wants to attack, but I wouldn't recommend it. A bit too much going on. Alright, let's try to draw that land. And this may be the turn to flip wolves, depending what happens here. I tap my blue like a moron. Getting a little sloppy. That's not land either. He's at 9. You can double block and kill a tracker, and then he goes to 1. I think that's fine. We're going to flip those wolves, though. We'll take the safe route. Probably too conservative, but I don't think we can lose from the situation. I guess if he had drawn something like, see, a collective effort, kill the creature, +1 his guys, nah, doesn't make a big difference. Yeah, that was too conservative. If I had done that turn right, I would have cracked my first clue and kept my blue open. Then I would have had Spell Queller up and I would have attacked with everything. He would have probably blocked and killed 1 or 2 things, gone down to 3 or 1 depending on how he blocked. I could Spell Queller his next play, and the next turn I should win the game. Probably not going to matter. So, let's go, dude. Got a trick. Gonna make me wait for it as I try to finish up this last game, so I can upload this video that I've been trying to make for 3 days, and Twitch keeps crashing. And now here I am in the home stretch. Will it actually get made? Will I actually get this video recorded, or is my opponent gonna stall me out? Twitch is gonna crash, and that's gonna be that. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Takes the whole timer right down to the wire. Well, I guess he could have gone another minute if he wanted to. Yeah, that's reassuring. Let's see what he's got. Avocado says he's trying to crash the stream. Probably. Probably. And now he's going to run the blocker timer to the ground. Attaboy. Attaboy. Let's see, does he have any blocks where he can live? Nope. It's 7 all the way around. The Molten Vortex doesn't save him. He'd have to have like a removal spell that did at least 3 damage to live, and it would have to get around Spell Queller and Archangel Avacyn. Not going to happen. Mordivore says you were right about Lily Blue. She's a wrecking ball. Thank you. You know how often people come on here and tell me I was right about something? It's pretty rare. Pretty rare. And you're here just in time, dude. We're just finishing this game, and then I'm taking off. But there you go. It was an undertaking. It was an effort, but I got 3 games recorded with the Bant deck. Now I can send those to YouTube for all you people who want it. And so thanks everybody in the Twitch chat. And I will catch y'all later.